It is very funny thing that our footsteps perhaps meet each other. And for me, and I think for my children too, it will be a very pleasureful feeling that we knew how about my grandfather's life ended. My name is Péter Füzi. I come from Telki, near Budapest. This is a small village near to Budapest. And my interest in Holocaust and maintaining remembrance of wartime victims comes from the fact that one of my grandfather was a forced labor victim, and he died, as far as we know, here in Buchenwald. Honestly, I read a lot about Ohrdruf and Buchenwald. I know the small places where inmates were working a lot, that these construction projects at the end of the Second World War were of number one priority for the Nazi regime. They wanted to raise a ultimate hiding place for Hitler and the high government. So I understood the driving force of the state. And with this background, I have no doubts that the work was extremely hard. I know from my studies that the winter of 44-45 was extremely cold, and I'm not surprised that it took 3 weeks. Those harsh conditions that offered the scene to the last weeks of their life.
Do you remember a particular moment or situation or reason that made you start the tracing of your grandfather's life?
This small amount of letters and photos that we have had from grandfather Sátori was preserved by mother. And the majority of them was revealed to me after mother passed away, and she made a lot of effort at the last stage of her life, that he sorted these letters and photos and added her comments, and but she didn't want to hand it to me in a face-to-face situation. I think this knowledge of Holocaust for me was an untouched area with many decades long. Holocaust Documentation Center advised me to try and contact Arolsen archives, because Arolsen can hide some information about my ancestors. After this discussion, I returned home and immediately started to investigate Arolsen archives website, and I was quite astonished and shocked that it showed up 2 items that Sátori Benedek. Your answer letter was a shocking answer. It impressed me very, very much. Sorry. I found a value I have always wanted to have.
If there is one thing you could say to your grandfather, what would it be?
I think if he looks down from the heaven, he considers that
he considers and says that his sacrifice was not in vain. The story is continuing from now with this new relationship, and that we take care of the same memory, and we take care of the remembrance together.
I think of you, the entire institution, and the practice you manage here in Germany as a continuation of the loss of my grandfather. Our story is not closed with the presence of you, but it is continued in a very nice and in a very nice way, and I think it shows a very good perspective for the future. I consider dealing with students a number one priority, so teaching them the appropriate way is very, very important. And some of them personally expressed their thanks, and it is very important for me.